Welcome to Suramar. After the First Legion invasion, the Sundering sent most of the ancient city of elves to the bottom of the Great Sea. The highborn elves, knowing certain death would come, weaved a magical shield to protect the city of Suramar. For 10,000 years, the city would remain protected, and slowly the elves would be molded and transformed by their sole source of magic, the Nightfall. For the luxury of safety, the elves paid a steep price, thus the Nightfallen were born. What's going on? This is Moltritz. I am questing in the zone Suramar. It's amazing. The lore is tying in with the freaking story, guys. I know this is like the same thing I talk about every time, but in this zone by far, the lore was laid out in a way where I was doing the quest and I was naturally picking it up. I didn't have to read extra logs or try anything special like I do in most zones. In a lot of zones I have to read the quest to keep myself up with what's going on and why we're doing said quest. And with Suramar, it was pretty much laid out in each quest or like the little area that you're doing what was going to be happening. For example, one of the first things I did was open up a portal in one of the cities where I was questing, and that was a awesome feel because it felt like I was actually working on a 30-40 minute quest chain, and it paid off for something. I actually did something in the world. It wasn't just an item that I put in my bag. It was transforming the landscape around me, and I feel like a lot of times when we play games and put a lot of effort into it, that's the reward we like to get, is actually seeing something for the effort we put in besides just doing the standard quest. I'm not ripping on the other zones. This, just by far, was easy for me to get everything about. I really liked the story, the fact that the Nightfall corrupted the elves, and after they're in the bubble for 10,000 years with the city protected, which the city reminds me a lot of Dalaran, and with the city protected, they were just chilling, and they had no rations, so what are they gonna do? They have to feed off magic, and it basically slowly corrupted them. And that's a reoccurring theme, kind of like the Legion magic corrupts whoever it comes across. No one's safe from it, as we can tell, because even though these elves were in a shield for 10,000 years, somehow the Legion got through, and now there's a great divide in the culture. Those who think that they should go with the Queen and head with the Legion, and those who are rising up basically to take back the city of Suramar. And these are the people that you're questing for, the Nightfallen. You're going to be in the outskirts of the city for quite a few quests where you're running around, you're opening portals, you're taking mana rifts that are in the ground, and you're redirecting them so your fellow elves basically can use that magic and they can sustain themselves, because for so long, 10,000 years to be exact, they've been basically only feeding off the Nightfall, so they have a need, an addiction to this magic that they gotta get satisfied. And you basically go around the zone helping them do stuff like that. And there's a lot of neat, I would say, mini games, but I don't really think that's the correct word for it. Just different format to quest. And where I'm going with this is a lot of the quests in Suramar, or not a lot, I just say a handful, you have to go into a cave, and there's the energy I was talking about, the arcane energy flowing through these rifts, and they're hitting a reflector that's turning them into a beam, and it's almost like a puzzle where you have to go around the room and you have to change the reflections and the angles of this energy to unlock like a chest, or you have to unlock this insignia in the ground by empowering it, and then you have to do it to several different ones, so it's not just like a simple wham bam, thank you ma'am, we're done with this quest, let's get out of here. There's actually a little bit of brain power that goes into it, and not to brag, but I didn't seem to have too much trouble with it. It wasn't like a typical inconvenience where a lot of games that are formatted to have like a standard kill quest and then they throw in a puzzle chain, like it really throws you off because you're not expecting it. And I feel like a couple times, like maybe in the Blasted Lands, I believe there's a little puzzle game, like the level 35 zone or whatever it is, And that seemed like a really big inconvenience at the time I was doing it, and it was just a pain in the butt. It didn't really explain itself well and how you're supposed to be doing it. I didn't like it at all, but with the Suramar ones, they fit in beautifully to the story. It wasn't like, oh geez, I just have to go do this random puzzle because somebody wanted me to for no reason. No, it was clear that they had the need, and we needed to help satisfy that hunger for the magic, and that's why we're doing this complex like puzzle ritual thing where I need to align the lights of the beams and all that stuff. So that's just touching on it a little bit. There was quite a few interesting rare mob encounters where I would go up and it'd be like a normal citizen in the city, but you take off your disguise and all of a sudden everyone's an enemy because you're hidden within the Suramar crowd disguised as one of their own. Alrighty guys, this has been Moltrix. I hope you really enjoyed this. I want to thank you for taking your time. If you're still watching, please check out my other videos. I try very hard on every one of them, guys, and I hope you enjoy them. Take it easy, and see you around in Legion. Peace.